Hello everyone and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today it's a very exciting day. Uh, we will see how ends, but I remember just a few months ago when I said we are going to retest 33k and just many said, we will not see the 33k for a long time, for years. Well, sometimes the data is just showing you the real thing and not just the vision or just your wishes. And we will check the data now, but I think we will bounce from here as just forecasted on Twitter. But in my opinion, we are not done because market makers are showing a very bearish sentiment, in my opinion. That's not that aggressive nuke or dump as expected. It's not like they want to generate any fear at the moment, just based on the price action. It looks more like distribution. In such case, that's the redistribution. But well, let us talk about what's happening in the market right now. First of all, weights ratio. Let us talk about the 30 hours moving average. We can see here it lifted up. It lifted up, and I mean, we are talking here about almost 92. That's that's really insane. I mean, right now the weights ratio is at 88, but it was at 1 many times today. That's the top, indicating just weights are sending bitcoins to the spot exchanges. Stablecoin stablecoin reserves on exchanges, that's something I have figured out and that was very interesting. It lifted up, it's declining right now. So they're selling and taking profit and taking, I think the reserves will decline even much more because market makers just send huge amount. I mean, I haven't seen that since month. They sent huge amounts of Bitcoin in the last few days. And of course, the stablecoin supply keeps declining, and that's in my opinion, when both are declining, that's absolutely not cool. And I mean, we can see that. And that's also a big difference to what we have seen last year. Okay? Some people are now announcing that's the bottom, that's the bottom, that's like last year. No, it is different like last year because we didn't have such kind of stablecoin supply reduction as we can see at the moment. Also, the stablecoin reserves on exchanges, that's something that could be very dynamic, but it matches very well to the supply, and that's not cool. Well, however, the net flow indicates you as well more inflows than outflows related to Bitcoin, and that's what's happening. We need to see what's going to happen next. I'm longing something that's really rare for Inspo, but just because, yeah, it's a 100% bet that it's our local bottom, 32k, and we will go up. Mhm. It would be funny if they liquidate me because I'm more the shorter at the moment than the longer, but we will see. So let us check what happened here. And I mean, that's so huge. That's so huge. And I mean, that happened in the weekend. That was everything a big preparation while the price was just, I mean, they sent while they were accumulating, quick accumulating, even more and more in a sideway run. That here speaks one language. Institutionals are working here. And that's the consequence. And in my opinion, we are not done. That's just a foretaste of what could happen even next. And I mean, 33, we are right now at 32,400 and we reached 32 today. That's less than the last time. So we have to see, but let us take a look. What happened since yesterday? I mean, here, 2,700 Bitcoin, another 3,100 Bitcoin, another 500 Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. 5,000 Bitcoin, 2,000 Bitcoin, another 1,700 Bitcoin, 800 Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. That was really huge. 3,400 Bitcoin, 400 Bitcoin, 4,200 Bitcoin, 3,900 Bitcoin, 800 Bitcoin, 1,800 Bitcoin, 2,900 Bitcoin, 4,450 Bitcoin, and just last hour, 2,700 Bitcoin. I mean, let us just check that, but we are talking about a level, I would say that's December like. That's big. That's really big. And taking into account who is just dumping, uh, that's not funny anymore. We can take a look here. Just 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 to make a comparison. Okay? You can see that's like up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Just check the pattern. And by the way, last stable coins, we received here 88 million. That's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So check that and check that. Let me disable the other ones. Do you see what I mean? These guys are sending tons of bitcoins to spot exchanges and over the counter, OTC. We are talking about institutionals. We are talking about entities with 1K to 10K wallets. Okay, just to make it again. Check that. We go back. If my mouse won't. Yeah. And here, 2000, 2700, 2200, 2600, 5000, 8500, here another 2400. And that matches very well to what we can see, right? Because if we go and check, I mean, that was here the preparation. And that was here just to bring the last pain to the market, actually. So that was the preparation. Go up, send the first bitcoins to the exchanges, hide everything. You remember I said, I don't like that sideway run. Yeah, of course not. What happened? We went down. I have said, I don't like that sideway run. Why not? Because we are going down. And that's what institutionals, the institutional is talking to us. He is saying us, I will bring some pain to the price. And that's what happened. And yeah, as mentioned, we will have a break, but in my opinion, we are not done. So even here, you can see this guy's here, 100 to 1000 Bitcoin. Wow, last hour, 4500 Bitcoin. That's huge. If we take a look here, and that's partly because I think we will bounce. Is that here? Is that here? And is that here? So these guys have declined a lot. I mean, the market makers, as you can see, extremely, and these guys too. And it seems right now they are buying or they are absorbing, but nothing big at the moment. We'll still need to see because this app here has always a timely delay. However, that's what's happening at the moment. So uh, um, we will see if someone is going to send 1 billion in tether to the exchanges, and then we will lift up like hell. But in my opinion, maybe we will maintain 32K at the moment. However, I mean, they are declining at the moment, it seems a little bit, their inflows. Hopefully, they will decline even more, and that's it. So they will sell the remaining bitcoins And yeah, maybe with the last candle wick, maybe to 31.5 or something, and that's it. In my opinion, 32 was the local bottom, but we need to see. So, what's happening to future trading? Well, first of all, it doesn't look that bad. Look, I mean, the funding rate is rising, the open interest is declining, and even the leverage ratio is declining. The last one I like. That's indicating they are liquidating longs, late longs, of course, and yeah, the funding rates just indicating they are demanding more longs than shorts. Something that surprised me a lot was that here actually we will talk about, and that here, because they are using stablecoin futures, but futures are not really pushing the price down. That would be something to bring fear and so on. We can take a look. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not. As you can see here, what they are doing, and that's actually much more bearish, is they are selling. They could use much more stablecoin futures, just short them, sell, 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 even Bitcoin margin contracts, but as mentioned, but they didn't. They used more spot. Okay, they used much more spot than futures to push the price down, and that's really bearish because they just want to sell as much as they can, and that's absolutely very bearish. They could use futures instead and start to accumulate, but they didn't start to accumulate yet. So, yeah, here you can see everything here is outflows and everything here is inflows, and it looks like we had a little bit more outflows, stablecoin outflows today than inflows, and that's here is huge. We are receiving a lot of Bitcoin to derivative exchanges, and we are talking really about huge amounts, 7,000 Bitcoin, but at the same time 4,000 Bitcoin less. Okay, here 4,500 Bitcoin outflows and almost 2,900 Bitcoins inflow. 5,000 Bitcoin inflow, 2,700 Bitcoin outflow. 4,300 Bitcoin inflow, 1,400 Bitcoin outflow. And that's really huge. I mean, that's much more green than red. And in my opinion, they are preparing the next big move with Bitcoins, coin merchant contracts. In my opinion, just go here. And that's something they are, it seems, as you can see, futures, stablecoin futures selling, spot, Jesus. But look there. And that's not the same. In my opinion, they will start to buy, to buy, to buy. They have a lot of Bitcoin still on exchanges, in my opinion, so they can sell even more and hide they are going long with their Bitcoins. That's something I could imagine as next step. And that will trigger when they are done distributing, they will just press a button and then we will go up. Maybe very aggressive pump. So be very careful just to liquidate a lot of late shorts. So let us take a look, and we can see here many just shift from longs to shorts. Yeah, and that's what I said with the late shorts, and that's going to be hard for these guys. I'm sorry for them because I'm convinced we will go up. I had a chat with George today, and that's, by the way, George, big respect to your work, mate, because it's just this combination of on-chain, of what I'm doing, but what you are providing related to option trading, SPY, SPX, so the classic stock market. That's at the moment just because Bitcoin is coupled on SPY, SPX. That's just awesome. So we can see we had almost 2 billion 600 yeah 600 million in longs, and we have now 480 million less. Also, yeah, less shorts because we had 900 million just few hours before. It seems some just got liquidated as well. And yeah, Bitfinex still indicating related to Ethereum much more shorts than longs, and here Binance more longs than shorts. So, and as usual here as well, Bitfinex, they still have, of course, much more longs than shorts, as you can see here. So that's actually it. I don't know how that works. If they have placed these longs, I don't know, few hours, a few years ago, and they are just maintaining them, or if that's arbitrage, I don't know. I really don't know. However, let us check FTX, and let us just here refresh the map, the liquidation map. I just wanna, yeah, okay. So what we can see here is we liquidated a lot of longs, and now slowly you can see that actually the volume is declining on longs, the liquidation volume, and it has risen a lot on the shorts. So be careful here, guys. Even we still have, we need to check the gamma walls, but in my opinion, we still have the gamma call wall at 40k. So in my opinion, we could go up even to 40k, but maybe it shifted down to 38. We need to see, but these guys here could be the next target at 38. That's still something that could be in the range if we go up soon. So let us talk once again about option trading. We can see we have the put wall at 30k, and we have the call wall at 40k. That's an insane, really insane trade range. We have, so to be clear, 30k is the last. Yeah, that's the rescue boat. So after 30k, just turn your screen off and, I don't know, walk around or something. 32k maintains, it's growing and it's indicating it's another wall. We have some resistance here indicating, so we have a resistance, a support at 32, at 30k, it's the biggest one, and we have a resistance at 34, even at 35, related to puts at least, but the biggest resistance is at 40k. That's the call wall, and that's something we should have in mind because that could be a problem for the shorts I have showed just before in the Kingfisher liquidation map. Also, the BTC Gamma Exposure Index, the GAX, it's indicating minus 55,000, and also here it looks like we are ready to go up again because that's what happened in the past. Oh, let us just expand a little bit the timeline and to take a look here. So, oh yeah, that looks like we are very ready. Um, what happened here? We went up. What happened here? We went up. Um, what happened here? We went up. And what will happen here? We have to go up. So it looks we are very ready because the gags it's too low at the moment. Let us check what happened here to the option strategies, and I see they are already testing again the 32K. Let us check SPX. Ho, 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 ho. Bitcoin looks much more bearish than SPX at the moment. That's nothing that my long likes to see. Absolutely not. If they are going to decouple here, oh, bye bye Bitcoin. And my long, of course. So we will see what happens next. Um, so let us take a look. We have beer. Okay, 800 lots, 600 lots here, 530 lots here, 400 lots here, 270 lots here. That's not really big. Absolutely not. 300 million. Let us take a look if we can find something useful. One day. One day. I would say let us check this one. Oh yeah, this one. And wow, this one. Jesus, what happened today? A lot of stuff coming in. So let us start with the biggest one. That's the bull put spread. Sold. Okay, that's June. That's May, but not really. Okay, that's also May. Oh, okay. This guy just noticed he sold, and but look that. I mean, wow. He sold his 36K put and bought 33K put. That was a 1 p.m. today, and he did a very nice trade. Very nice trade. Not only with premium, I guess he is going to close this one and he will get a lot of money for that. That's really a nice trade. So let us take a look to, for example, custom strategy. That's also very interesting sometimes. Custom strategy. September, September, but we have some in May here. Okay, okay, that's out here. They sold this one, and he paid just much more. Oh, that doesn't look very bullish. Even until 20th of May, 33K put. I don't like that. They are really pushing very hard at the moment. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Um, I think. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's part of the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Custom strategy. Let us take a look here to the bull call spread. Did we did custom strategy bull call spread? And the bull call spread is not indicating anything here. June, May, buy, but nothing big. Okay, 38K until end of May in calls, but nothing big here as well. Bear put spread, bear diagonal spread. And what we can see here is, let me check for 34 May. Okay, 34, 35. Okay, that's June. I don't care. 34, 34, indicating everything. It's very bearish at the moment. Really very bearish. So that's it. Let us take a look to the exchange walls. So let us talk about what or who is driving the dump right now, because that's what's happening at the moment. And we can see here, mostly, they are selling and selling and selling, also shorting with Bitcoin, also shorting with futures. But if you take a look to the angle here, they are selling and selling and selling and selling and selling, and someone can tell me that's bullish. That's not bullish. They have other different possibilities, and they just want to sell as much as they can. They are not even using big futures to dump hard. They are just using spot, and even more than what they have accumulated before. If we take a look here, that's the daily. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Wow. What is driving the market right now? Spots. Spot selling. Take a look to that. Spot selling, spot selling, spot selling as much as they can. They are selling spot. That's like, that's really just huge what's happening at the moment here. And in my personal opinion, and I have said, no, we will go, we will retest 33K. Then they ask, hey, Inspo, do we will bounce at 33K? I said, maybe 32, 32.5. I had a scenario in mind. This one is worse than before, worse than the scenario I had in mind. Right now, we received finally 260 million in stablecoins. That's it. And that's the only reason why we have retraced from 31, right? But they are selling, selling and selling and selling and selling and selling. They are selling much more all the time. Just take a look what they are doing. I mean, even if we think, oh, it's going up, boom, down, and look there. That's a spring. What we are doing right now, that looks very, very like a spring at the moment. Something, they started with the spring here at 36, I would say, maybe a little bit less here, 35, and then they have started to sell hard. But I really wasn't expecting such kind of move. I thought these guys are going to use stablecoin futures and of course spot, but more that here to dump hard. It's not. They are not doing that. To be honest, I don't like what I'm seeing here. I really don't like that because and I'm still convinced we will go up. And but what I'm seeing here looks much more bearish than I thought. much more bearish. At least it matches very well to the stablecoin supply reduction and so on. That I think even if we go up, we need to see how the market reacts. Then, in my opinion, we will go down again and we will see new lows or old lows. But what I'm seeing here, I don't like at all. So, exchange walls, what's happening here? Well, nothing. Coinbase, 30K. That could be our destiny for today, maybe. Um, 31, little wall. They reinforce the wall. It's nothing big. I mean, 230 Bitcoin waiting here, 500 Bitcoin waiting here. That's absolutely not big. Looks like we are going even more down. That's really insane. Yeah, thank you, mouse. Um, okay, Deribit also not indicating anything. Bitstamp 30K. And yes, I think 30K is going to be maybe the bottom then. Yeah, 30K. Again, 30K. They're reinforcing 30K as much as they can. And 30K. Yeah. Also limiting up 35.4 at FTX. Bybit, nothing. Bitmax maybe another one that could be interesting. 30,600 and the next one 27. Okay. Binance futures. Look that. They let them completely open here. That's really uncommon. So 30,000 also here limiting 30,000, but you can see here very well. Usually that should look like that here, and you can see very well what they are. They are inviting them to go to that area here. It looks like so 30K and here at 34. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not going to survive that day. They are going to liquidate my long. Nothing here. It seems, yeah, 29.6, 30K. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Looks like a massacre. Yeah, well, what should I say? That looks like we still have some space down to 30K, and looks like they are expecting actually some move to 30K. 240 millions. That's, yeah. I mean, they can buy a lot of Bitcoin with that, but to be honest, they send so much Bitcoins and the volume is so low. I mean, take a look to the volume. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. That's so fucking low. And if they have so much Bitcoin still on exchanges, we can even see 29K today. Today, to be honest, today. And that really looks very, very bad at the moment. Even here, George, I had a chat with George, and he told me, "Hey, SPX is going to bounce at 4,000," and he was absolutely right. But Bitcoin looks much more bearish than SPY. Much more bearish. I mean, just take a look what Bitcoin is doing, and they are selling, they are dumping with spot instead of futures, and that's something I don't like at all because it seems they know something we are missing. I don't know, but looks very scary at the moment. So let us make a quick personal conclusion. Of course, as usual, my disclaimer, that's my personal opinion, that's not financial advice. I thought 32 to 32.5 would be actually the local bottom. It's not. At the moment, it's 31, and I'm not really sure if 31 is going to be uh, the local bottom because it doesn't look like, to be honest. It doesn't look like, but hopefully. So, um, in my opinion, what's going to happen? I don't know, as mentioned, if the 31 is going to be the local bottom. As you have seen, we have detected some different walls at 30k. So 30k looks like it's going to be the bounce area on the bounce level and not even 31k. At the moment, those 240 million in US dollars in Tether are working and they are buying. As you can see, that's the biggest candle we have received, so that would be an indicator that these guys are now buying actively. The volume was very low just because of that. Nobody was buying, at least no big. And now it seems we have received the first 240 million. Remember, they um, they minted just 1 billion today or yesterday. I don't remember anymore. So yeah, we need to see if more tethers coming in. That would indicate us that we are going up very soon. At the moment, the question is, are we bouncing from here or are we bouncing from here? So 30k would be, yeah, it's possible. Why not? 34.5 and 36 would be my next levels. Okay, if we bounce here, I think we will go up from here or from here. Retest. I hope we can go even up more and then here. And then we need to see what's happening at 36. We need to see how the market reacts. Okay, so if we see they're getting rejected, 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 then we will go down again to 34.5 and yeah, and then we need to see if we try again. So that's right now the situation. I mean, it looks very solid that we are bouncing soon. I'm still convinced we will, but the day is still long. And they the market makers send so much bitcoins to exchanges, and it wouldn't surprise me if they sent another 5,000 just afterwards, and then it's over. Then we can see 30k or even lower, 29k, just if nobody is sending more stable coins to the exchanges or buying with fiat and then buying and pushing the price up. For me, that looks really, really, really bearish. And don't forget, they are dumping with spot mainly and less with stablecoin futures, and that makes everything much more bearish than before. So that's also something we should have in mind. So 31k or 30k. One of them, in my opinion, if the situation maintains as it is, we can take a look. If we received even more bitcoins to the exchanges, No, we didn't, not yet. Okay. So in such case, that would make sense just to see here the bonds at 31K go up and check what happens at 34.5. And if we are successful here, we make a little retest, like, I don't know, we make that here. Okay, first failed, we go down again, we retest, and that one should be successful, and then we should retest this support again, we fail and go up. That's something we should see. If we see that they get rejected, 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 like we had in different times, for example, then be careful. Okay? Be very careful and use your stop loss, because otherwise they could liquidate you, because maybe they are pushing down. Of course, I will provide more information about flow activity if I detect something, but as we can see, and that's very interesting, SPY retested again its support at 4,000, and it got rejected once again. So hopefully now it will bounce and go up, but it doesn't look like. It's even the volume is declining on SPX and SPY. It really just look like nobody wants to buy. That doesn't look very well, in my opinion, and Bitcoin is holding just because of the tether we received, so we need to see. I will pray for my long. I hope you don't need that. So, I hope it was useful information for you, a nice market insight, and we will see and hear us tomorrow again. So, bye bye, and yeah, um, take care and trade careful.